Hi, I'm Gina, Patrick Hat's Place, here with my latest purchases in the mail. Now, the first one is a book, Elvis, a Personal Memoir, by one who knew him, Chris Hutchin. I should have known better. This guy is a journalist, right? Nothing more, nothing less than a journalist. One of the worst, or the worst book I ever read about Elvis was by Albert Goldman. I think that was his name. This would come a close second. He carries on like he actually knew Elvis really well, and he was great friends with Colonel Parker. It's absolute bull dust. I'm going to say something else, but I didn't. Half the book's about the bloody Beatles, and there's a lot about Colonel Parker, but yeah, he goes into the drug issues and says he interviews different people, and there's that many mistakes in it. At one stage, he said, Elvis was born in 1936, and there was all the amount of money he paid for the Ed Sullivan Show to get Elvis on that, and there's just a whole lot of crap. I'm sorry, but no, I usually recommend the books I buy, and I show on here. Well, I'm showing this just to warn you that the photos aren't bad. I mean, there's just a bunch of photos in the middle of the book. They're standard photos. Nothing terribly new, I don't think. Childhood photos. Yeah, so, no, but I'm sorry, I wouldn't recommend it. And if you, it was published in 2015. And if you've read it and you think it's good, by all means, post something over here to tell me, to disagree with me, but no, not one of my favourites. I'll keep it, but I certainly wouldn't recommend buying it. Now, the next thing I bought is much better. This is the Elvis Christmas with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. I played this today and I was absolutely blown away. It is absolutely beautiful. I've got Elvis's Christmas albums and his gospels albums, and this is a compilation of the Christmas. Hope you can see that. See if I can get out of that light. The glare. Okay, that's a bit better. So there's 13 Christmas songs and 4 bonus tracks. And it's almost, it just sounds so great, so beautiful. It's almost as if Elvis re-recorded the whole lot with the orchestra. It really is worth getting if you love the albums, Christmas albums. This is hard working with a stamp thing. I'm still mucking around with an iPad. Okay, so that's the inside CD, and when you lift the CD up, got the same photo of Elvis. I'm not sure, I haven't looked at that. It's a little booklet. I think I did get that. Let's see if just bear with me in a moment while pull that out. Okay, here we are. Sorry, it's just distracting, I know. This is nice. Look, I only got it today, so I hadn't even looked at it properly. Priscilla, you're right up, Priscilla. Had your day in the dark. Oh, it's a nice shot, isn't it? Nice photo. And the details about each track, written by guitar, bass, drums, and so on, who's playing it. Another beautiful photo. More about the music. What's this? Holiday greetings. Oh, that's neat. These are some of the Christmas cards that were sent out, the postcards or whatever that were sent out by Elvis and the Colonel over the years. So, yeah, nice little book. It's a really terrific CD. I recommend it. And the last thing I got, I saw this on somebody's YouTube channel, I think. I can't remember, but it's an LP vinyl. It's called Elvis Return of the Rocker. And I bought it on the strength of the cover. I just love this cover. Absolutely love it. Has to be my favourite LP cover. Even though that's not a photo, it's a painting based on the photo. I had lunch with some friends today and I was unpacking it. I picked it up from the post office and then I met them in the pub and we were having lunch. And I said, "Oh, what do you got there, more Elvis?" And they like Elvis, but they're not obsessed like me. And I pulled it out and they all went, "Oh, wow." I said, "Isn't it fabulous?" I said, "This isn't authentic." I said, the original photo, Elvis wasn't wearing his army uniform, and President Kennedy was in the background with a brick wall. No, I actually told them the origin of the photo, how Elvis couldn't start his bike in his front yard at Audubon Drive and got someone to finally start it. I love that story. Yeah, anyway, the back of the album is sort of a continuation of the front. So you've got the Kennedy for president. And these are the songs. I don't need to read them out loud. I think you can see them if I get that out of the glare. Nice selection of songs. Now, I know I rattle on about not wanting to duplicate what I've already got on other LPs or CDs and so on. But this is just such a great selection. I'd make me know it. Where is it? There. I'd forgotten what a great song that is. Oh, now who was it? Trying to think who it was now. One of the YouTubers put a list of his favourite 40 Elvis songs on. And I'd pretty much made up my list of 25. I couldn't go any further. Just couldn't. I didn't know where to go after 25. But I'm going to add that, make me know it onto it. It's just, I'd forgotten how great it was. Okay, and the other interesting thing on this picture is, when you look closely, look at this. GI Blues, Bye Bye Birdie, Lansky's, Wayne's, I don't know what that quite refers, certainly not my ex-husband, haha. Yeah, but the painting, it's just brilliant. And as I said, it's just so different from any other colour. The LP is just a standard RCA. Be careful doing that. Standard tan RCA, RCA Victor, yep, LP. So look, yeah, I'm really thrilled with it. I've already played it. As I said, I just love it, and I'll be playing it again. Now, the other thing, I bought this. This actually arrived about a week ago. Elvis, The Portrait of a Friend by Marty. It was very hard to get hold of because it was published in 1977. So you're looking at 46 years old. It's about, yeah. And like all these books, you used to pick them up, think, what's this one going to say? Well, I've got to say, Marty Lacker, of course, we all know her, and Patsy Lacker, his wife, and Leslie Smith, who's the journalist, I guess, who's co-written the book or whatever. It's a terrific book, a small print, so there's a lot of reading in it. Is there any photos? Oh, yeah, there's a few photos. But toward the end, the Leslie Smith, the journalist, let's see. I can't look at it. I can't do this while I'm holding the camera or the iPad. But he goes on about the drug problem in America, and it's really. What am I going to do? I think I need to do another video of this, actually just reading it out, because it's very, very relevant. And he says several times that if Elvis had been upfront and honest about the problem he had with the prescription drugs, which of course he never was. We know that from what we've read and heard about him. He just thought he was, he knew what he was doing, he said, but he didn't. He could have made a huge difference to kids and people in America who were battling to fight their addiction to prescription drugs. In fact, Rod Stewart and some Mexican singer, in the book it's mentioned that they read Elvis What Happened by the two Wests and Dave Hebler, and they said, if that can happen to Elvis, it can happen to anyone. And reading that book got them off the drugs. So, like I said, if Elvis had been honest with people and come up front and talked about it in public, he said he wanted to make a difference, and he did make a difference with his entertaining and singing, but in reality he could have done a lot more. I don't know. Look, as usual, I'm falling over my words, but that book, I read it, I suppose, in about 2 days. I took it to the hospital yesterday. I was in hospital having a procedure. I was sitting up in bed reading it, and when they come to put the anaesthetic, I said, hang on, I just want to finish this chapter. They laughed at me. Elvis, I said, yeah. So, but no, thoroughly recommend that one. I can't think of anything that I didn't like about it, really. Marty's pretty upfront and honest, and Patsy, his wife, was very upfront. Was she didn't like Elvis. She was an Elvis fan, and then when she married Marty, and because Marty's life became entwined with Elvis to the point where Patty and their 3 children were, out in the cold most of the time, she sort of got very angry about it. Yeah, but no, but good. Like I said, it's very honest, and it's interesting book to read. So that's my waffle for today. What else? Oh, I'll just grab this book I'm reading at the moment. Is another one I got the other day. One of the 2 Sean Shaver books. Now, I did say that I was surprised at the price of them. They were only sort of average size books. They're not big coffee table books. But, yep, of course the photos are brilliant. See if I can do a bit of a lot of photos. Naturally, that's what he's all about, Sean Shaver. But the text, is so description. He talks about Elvis coming on stage and how nervous he was every time he got stage fright. And a couple of times he went and threw up in the bathroom, before the stage shows when there was a lot of people. They said once he got on stage, he just transformed into a shy, nervous bloke, the superstar that he was on stage. Once he was out there and he heard the audience. Oh, that's my bookmark. Yeah, so great descriptions. Yeah, good. Well, yep, terrific photos, of course. And the stories about the photos, how he took them, and how he took photos in Las Vegas when then weren't. And he explains why you weren't allowed to take photos in Las Vegas, which is something I know. One of the YouTubers said she wasn't allowed to take photos. Like, what? Movies, yeah, but why not photos? Because a lot of the high rollers, the wealthy people used to go there. The blokes used to take their girlfriends and secretaries and so on, and didn't want to be photographed. So the casino wouldn't let anyone, take photos. So he had to smuggle. He had to get one of those spy cameras and take photos of Elvis in in secretive ways. That's a nice photo, Elvis on Rising Sun. Yeah, so interesting book to read, and I've got his other one there, and then I've got another one coming on the way, so that one's Elvis in Focus. Okay, I'll stop my waffle. Catch you later. Bye.